My brothers and my sisters in Christ, happy Father's Day. To all of you dads out there, we salute you. This is funny. I remember when my auntie got her baby, my little cousin, everybody was fighting to touch her belly. My parents, my other cousins, my sister, everybody in the family. I just want to touch your belly. I just want to feel the baby, man. Let me touch the belly. So yeah, during her pregnancy, everybody was very supportive. But my uncle, on the other hand, he was out there working, man. He was out there working. Now, he works for the government in Vietnam. I shouldn't reveal too much information, but I don't care. What are you going to do with the information? Yeah, anyways, my uncle works for the government. He works within, well, let's just say he works in law. And yeah, so he was very busy working during my auntie's pregnancy. I think it must have been the same with my dad. I'm not too sure. I think my dad reduced his hours when mom was having me and my sister. But yeah, anyways, what I'm trying to say is that during my auntie's pregnancy, everybody in the family, they were looking after her. Everybody wanted to be around her, to be around the baby, to do something for her. And I've noticed this in my life as well, especially when a woman gets a child. Everybody seems to be focusing on her and sort of put the father aside, just leave him in the dark, really. Being a healthcare worker, I know that sometimes when mothers have their babies, I don't work in the neonatal area, but I just noticed with the staff on the ward, when they have their little child, everybody seems to be talking about how mom is doing. What are you doing now that you have the baby? Do you get time for yourself anymore? Do you go out for walks? How do you make time to look after yourself? And what about work? Are you going to return to work eventually? Are you going to reduce the hours? Just let me know what I can do to help you. Nobody asked about dad. How is dad doing? How is your husband doing, by the way? It seems as though dad is just left in the dark. I mean, sure, he might not be the one who went through labor. He might not be the one in the operation room, laboring for hours, pushing out the babies, losing blood, losing sleep. Well, some dads do, the good ones. The good ones work in the background. The good ones do stuff behind the scenes in order to get mom ready to take up that responsibility, you know. Now, this is just what I have noticed. It might not be true. I'm only young. I don't have the full experience of life like a lot of you. But this is what I've noticed. Dads seem to be left in the dark when mom gets pregnant, when mom has a baby. This is not to take anything away from mothers. I love you, mothers. You are doing an amazing job. Without you, I wouldn't be here. But dad, thank you. This video is to show appreciation for fathers out there. There is a Mother's Day, so if you are complaining about equality, how come I never talk about women? Of course I do talk about women. But today, come on, man. Today is Father's Day. Let's talk about dad. Dad, thank you so much. Thank you for working. Thank you for supporting us. Thank you for being the stoic one in the family. Thank you for being the one who doesn't lose it when everything seems to be so out of order, when my life seems to be spiraling out of control. You were there. You were the voice of reason. You are the rock. Nothing swayed you. And even if it did, you never showed it. You gave me hope. You showed me how to be a man. You showed me that even though life can suck, by the way, guys, I simply cannot say that life sucks. I cannot be negative. I simply cannot. Even though the world can be a negative place, I cannot talk about negative things. I simply cannot. I want to be positive. So just take my word that there are bad things in the world, but I cannot say it. I have to be a man, you know? Even if the world can do you wrong, you showed me a way, Dad, to deal with it, to keep moving forward. What are you going to do with your heartbreak? What are you going to do with your setback? What are you going to do with your failure? What is the next step? Doesn't matter where you are. Doesn't matter what happens, son. What is the next step? Plan it out. What are you going to do? It doesn't matter if your plan doesn't work. What are you going to do next? Dad, thank you so much for what you have taught me. Of course, I will be seeing you soon. I just want to let the world know how wonderful you are as a father, even though you have your mistakes, even though you are not perfect. No one is perfect. Thank you for what you've done for me. You showed me what it takes to be a father. You stuck around, and even though you might not get the recognition, even though you might not be in the limelight when I was born, even though everybody seems to be focusing on mom and me and my sister, you were the one who got no praise for it. You worked in the background, and I salute you. That's what dads should be thanked for. They are the people who work behind the scene. They make sure things run smoothly. They make sure mom gets all the attention. That's what is important. Mom has to get all the attention because she's the one who bared our birth. Like she was the one who gave birth to us, so she needs all the help she can get. So you were the one who worked in the background, and for that I want to say I love you, Dad. I can't say it in Vietnamese. Okay, I'm gonna say it, but I'm gonna say it in person to you when I see you next week. Con rất là yêu thương bố. Bố là người con cảm thấy là niềm hạnh phúc lớn nhất trong đời con, và cả mẹ nữa, nhưng mà con muốn cảm ơn bố. Thank you, Dad. Thank you for everything you've done for me. Con cảm ơn bố. I love you, Dad. Anyways, if you're still watching, go hug your dad right now, if you can. If you cannot, just call your dad, man. Call your parents. Just call your parents, man. I'm gonna do it, but I have to go to work, so I'm gonna call him tonight. I know he's chilling out there somewhere. He's a tourist at the moment. He's just traveling. Anyways, if you're still watching, stay strong. God bless. I love you, and I have complete faith in God and the plan God has for you. Peace.